Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're taking a look at the Guardian. The Guardian is an assault rifle in Valorant and the only semi-automatic assault rifle in the game. Before we get into it, leave a like if you enjoy this video and subscribe for more content. I really appreciate it. Starting off with the stats for the Guardian and going into some of the pros and cons, the Guardian has very high consistent damage all the way up to 50 meters. And one shot to the head is always a one-shot kill. It doesn't matter whether the enemy is wearing armor or not, one shot to the head will always instantly kill any enemy. As far as the pros go for the Guardian, you also have an aim down sight alt fire which aims down sight with a 50% zoom, which is more than the Vandal, Phantom or Bulldog, which are only at 25%. So you can easily hit targets that are very far away and they will be clear and easy to see. Now, unfortunately for the Guardian, those two are about the only pros that this gun has. It can kill people in one shot to the head at up to 50 meters, which is great, and it has a pretty good zoom at 50% rather than just 25%, and that is also great. But that is about it. That's where it ends, and here are the cons. First, it's a semi-automatic rifle, so you can only take one shot at a time, and that wouldn't be too bad by itself, but the fire rate is so low for this gun at just 6.5 rounds a second. It is really low, and unless you hit the person in one shot, you're probably gonna die to anyone spraying you down. It is really terrible at close range and only really effective at mid to long range, and only really if you're hitting their head or hitting their chest 2 or 3 times. And by the time it takes to hit them 2 or 3 times, they would have sprayed you down if they were shooting at you at the same time with another gun. It also has a magazine capacity of just 12 rounds, which really isn't enough. It might be enough if you are one-tapping every enemy with a headshot, but most of the time you won't be unless everything is very well calculated and your aim is on point. So if you're close and you've got to spend a few rounds on one enemy, the likelihood is that you're only gonna kill 1, 2 or maybe max 3 enemies in one clip, which isn't really enough. And it kind of goes without saying, but the mobility isn't great either. It's quite a big assault rifle and it is very loud, just like the Bulldog or Vandal. It's not silenced like the Phantom, and it isn't really good for being sneaky beaky, because going close to an enemy isn't good with this gun either. You're only best off shooting from a distance. And on top of all of that, it is 2700 credits, which is just 200 shy of buying a Phantom or Vandal, which in my opinion is a much better gun. The Vandal has one shot to the head headshots all the way up to 50 meters as well, but a way higher fire rate, a way better magazine count, and is just a far more versatile weapon because you can kill people up close as well as at far ranges. Now, I'm not saying that the Guardian is a bad gun, but at its price, in my opinion, it is definitely not worth buying and I wouldn't recommend it. But if you do, here are a few tips on aim and movement to get you started playing with this gun, and a lot of it applies to other guns too. Starting off with the aim, always aim for the head, especially with this gun, because one shot to the head at any distance up to 50 meters will be a one-shot kill. Don't bother aiming for the chest because it won't kill an enemy in one shot. Just aim straight for the head, and if you hit them, it will be a one-tap kill. Always practice crosshair placement and aim for wherever the head of the enemy might appear coming around the corner. And try very hard to control the recoil of the Guardian, because you'll notice that with the Guardian the recoil is not very good, and every time you take a shot it does jump up quite a bit. Take 1 or 2 shots before continuing and try to align your aim again before taking another shot. Now, onto the movement for the Guardian, I recommend practicing social distancing. I'm only kidding, but try to stay away from your enemies. Don't go close to them because the Guardian is just not good at close ranges and you'd be a lot better off with another gun. So keep at mid to long range distances with your enemies at all times if you can help it. And sidestep as necessary when the enemy is mid to long range. If you miss your first couple shots, then just step to the side, take another shot or 2, step to the side again, and keep your movements unpredictable. And for when enemies are very close to you, just try to aim for the head, and if you do have to spray and pray, then just keep tapping and hope that you hit them in the head or kill them in 2 or 3 shots. and that's about all you can really do. So overall, in my opinion, I wouldn't recommend buying this gun. I would buy something else if you just don't have the money for a Phantom or Vandal, and I hope that you guys can see why. I know a lot of you might like this weapon, but I just personally don't like it and don't think it's such a great pick. As always guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.